October 9th. I'm gonna get out for the first time this year. It's 55 degrees, northwest wind. Perfect for this small ladder stand I have. It's only a 3-minute walk from here. I'm gonna take a couple cold shots here first and then get going. It's like 7:45. A couple of squirrels. It's possible. Everything feels like it's yellow. All these poplars and stuff are changing. Poplars always the first leaves to change, but it feels like a perfect morning. Alright. It's about 9:15. I didn't see anything this morning. I'm gonna get out of here. Go eat breakfast with the girls. And come back out tonight. Heading back out. It's almost 4:30. Went and got some pumpkins with the family today. So I'm gonna try a different spot. First time I'm getting in this stand. It's south of my house. But last I saw some does cruising across that general area multiple times in the past two weeks, and they're coming through there. It's already dark by the time I see them at the driveway, but the driveway is east of the stand by about 100 yards, so I'm thinking that I can catch them before too dark and maybe get a shot off. We'll see. And once I shoot right here, I knew I missed her. Ends up that the one I shot at, she bounds away and comes back this way. And the one that was over here, she bounds a little bit further that way. But this one, the one that's out front, all she does is kind of stop. See, here's the one I shot at. She's just kind of circling back that way. But I'm able to load another arrow. And then this one offers the same exact shot. So I adjusted my aim right there and aimed a little bit lower, but I ended up, all I did was hit about 4 inches lower than what my first shot was. I was still like in the same exact spot. I ended up hitting her really far back. Didn't realize it there. I thought I had smoked her. I watched her run out 40 yards, stop, and then just proceed to walk northwest. So she headed directly west, and then she turned and walked northwest. I thought I was going to hear her go down. Now the rest of this video, it shows those doe that busted away. They just sit there and blow for the next 15 minutes. And I get down 30 minutes later, and I go over and find my arrow, and then I see the second arrow that was in her. I knew I blew through her because I was watching her run away. I couldn't see an arrow hanging out. I get down, I go over this arrow, and I find that it's a gut shot. I could immediately just tell it was a gut shot. Stunk. So I turned and headed directly east, back towards the driveway, away from the direction she went, and just got out of there and decided not to come back in until the next morning. Hit a doe last night around 6:15, and half an hour after I got down, what I thought happened didn't. I thought I smoked her, and the GoPro footage didn't really show much because it got shaky when I took the shot. But the arrow told that I hit her back and watched her run off and stop at 40 yards and then slowly walk away. If that doesn't tell you got shot, then I don't know. But temperature dropped out last night. It was like 65 when I shot her. Now it's only like 34, so hopefully she's laying 80 yards from where I hit her. And go get her. Alright, so during this tracking job, you can see that I find these first spot of bloods about 100 yards northwest of where I shoot her. And it's in this little tiny area that I cut a few trees down last year, or 2 years ago. I cut some trees down, big pine tree and a few poplars and sweet gums and all that BS. She cut through there, which heads directly towards the swamp. So just by walking through that little tiny path through there, I find 2 little drops of blood, over a size, about the size of a dime, a little bit less. And I continue on that trail. I actually head north and I do a small loop to make sure that she didn't head back and go directly north, and that she actually was going the direction that I thought she was. Didn't find anything there, so I crossed that main trail and then go to the other side of that trail, and I find another spot of blood next to this big oak tree. That's about 60 yards from where I found that first blood. And then 30 yards beyond that, I find another 2 little drops of blood. And at this point, she can either keep going the way she's going and get into the swamp. Like now, at this point, she's only 10, 15 yards away from getting and being in the water of the swamp. And I'm hoping that she headed north and stayed along the edge of the swamp. Well, I didn't know, but I followed this trail that goes down and crosses into this little marshy area right before you get to the water of the swamp. And there's this real beat up trail. So I didn't want to walk in there and spread any more scent or anything like that on the ground. So I stopped there and was just like looking ahead as far as I could, looking up all the plants going up on either side of this trail, and it's super narrow, and didn't see any blood there. So I stood up and I'm just kind of like looking over this stuff that's waist high. And sure enough, I see her piled up to my left and a little bit ahead of me, by 10 yards. She's just piled up right there. And you can see why as I walk up on her there. You can see that she is still cold, and temperature dropped down to 34 degrees last night, so I knew she was still good and stuff. But you could see that it wasn't a very good shot. High and back, but the 3-blade VPAs. She went about 180 yards from where I hit her. I don't know. More of the story: if you get gut shot, man, back out, come back in 12 hours later minimum. And mine was actually, I found her around 10, and I hit her at 6:15. So, but able to find her. All right.